Have you ever tried an e-bike before?
Nope.
Do you want to?
Nope. When I get old. Yeah,
When you get old.
When I get old.
You're like 23 now, right?
Well, actually a few more than that.
I'm only 87,
Sometimes when you get lost, you find your sense of adventure. That is exactly what I did. After our loop video, I decided to connect with some of you that wrote into us. You were very frustrated that e-bikes were not legal on the loop, everywhere. All 136 plus miles, we needed to show up and stand up for our rights as e-bikers. And you wrote in from across the country. I think we made some waves. Today I'm sharing the top 5 things to know about the loop in Tucson, Arizona. Number 1. You can ride on the loop on over 50 miles of trail, legally, and that's within the towns of Oro Valley and Marana. You can also ride your e-bike in other parts of the loop, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Within the towns of Oro Valley and Marana, you can actually rent an e-bike, and they are highly encouraged. So if you don't have your own e-bike, then feel free to rent one when you come visit, or just get an e-bike from Area 13. Number 2, you will meet such interesting people and explore more terrain than you ever would have on a regular bike. Bob, that 87-year-old guy, oh my gosh, he was hilarious. And I connected with e-bike clubs along the loop. It was incredible. Number 3, the trail is not heavily enforced. In fact, we've never seen anyone get a ticket. I don't believe people are going to stand out in 95 to 100 degree weather handing out tickets on the loop where people are having fun and enjoying themselves. But it doesn't mean it can't happen. We're not saying to get out there and be reckless or cause any trouble. The e-bike clubs that we saw were kind, courteous, and respectful. They used their bell, they alerted people when they were there, they didn't speed all over the place. These are people that are getting outside to enjoy the fresh air, and most of them are people that can't actually ride a regular e-bike. The pedal assist helps them get a little bit more exercise, and it gets them having some fun too. Keep in mind that not everyone who is using the loop feels the same way or has the information that you do about the loop and its access points and its laws. So just remember that you might get yelled at. Unfortunately, it happened to us, and sometimes people are really excited to see us. So no matter what, just lead with kindness. Number 4. There are other areas such as Fantasy Island, which has the bunny trail, and I show that in my video as well. You can actually go off-road. Whoa, that was fun. And permits are required there and within certain segments. While I was in town for the Tour de Tucson race, I had the opportunity to connect with one of our viewers. Randy Ford is the author of the Loop Guidebook, and let me tell you, this was an incredible interview. I also got a signed copy of the book, and if ever I have questions about the Loop, he is a fantastic resource.
6 months later, I had this book called The Loop, and I decided that I realized I wasn't the only person out there who wanted to know more things about not just the loop itself, but where to go to get a cup of coffee or a hamburger or a beer occasionally, and there wasn't anything out there that had them all listed in one place. Well, now there is, thanks to the book. So I took a map of the entire loop system, which is 136 miles of trail, and I broke it up into all these little map sections that you see. We're up here in Oro Valley right now, and I created a map page for each of those sections of the trail, and there's a map on one page and some information about what you'll see when you're on that section. I do a little summary here about how many miles are on the page, how many restaurants and parks and things like that that you'll see along the way. Here's a good example. So there's a lot of restaurants right next to the loop here, and I identify where you can go, where there's eats, where there's things interesting to see and do, that sort of thing. And then I summarize it here, talk a little bit about it. There's an aerial photo that shows what you'll be driving through and riding through as you're on the trail. So it's really kind of become a very popular thing in a very short period of time, both the trail and now the book, for getting people around.
One of the more important things to know about the loop is number 5. The more that you write in about your opinions and your feelings about how e-bikes are changing your life, the more that there will be changes within the loop and within other trails in your area. So be sure to make your voice heard and be sure to be known and let people know how much fun you're having on your e-bike. One of the things that I wish I had riding around Tucson and the loop would be probably a bike that has more range. So recently we shared the Blackbird Step Through. It's easy to get on and off, and it has an upgraded battery for even more range. Go ahead and click on that video to check out the Blackbird Step Through and pre-order yours now.